Welcome back to my studio, guys. So today we are going to be making a cubed lidded containers. What you're going to need for today's lesson to have prepped 6 of those little squares that you made on your slab board. You're going to then need some slip, also your slip brush, fettling knife, needle tool, serrated rib, and a little bit of some extra clay on the side to make some coils with. First thing you're going to do is go ahead and lay down one of your little squares there, and we need to cut some of this little excess off in order for us to have the accurate measurement for 2 of the sides, because when we go and put these built up together here, you can see, just show you, the space now in between here is a little bit smaller than what we need it to be. We're going to have to pre-cut some of those sides for that spacing. We're going to lay down. You can lay down 2 because you need 2 to be a little bit smaller, so you can do this 2 at a time. Lay down the 2 and then take another 2 and lean them up. Get them close to the edge there because that's the thickness of the 2 side walls. And then go ahead and score. Try to get it on there even so that you're making a nice clean cut. So you should have that little width of an extra there. And then cut it off. Cut right through with your fettling knife. Now don't throw these away. You're going to want to save these. These are going to come into the lidded part when we get to that section. So you can see we have 2 shorter ones and then you still have 4 long ones. Go ahead and take your needle tool and just put a very shallow S in it so we can remember that the S is for the sides, right? We have 2 sides so we don't get confused to what we're doing here. And then set those aside for a moment. And then pick up one of your pieces to begin using as your base. Now we have this regular square. And then take your serrated rib and go ahead and score around all along the bottom, because we're going to be putting up 4 sides. And then take one of your first full-size pieces from the remaining stack and score along the bottom. And this is going to go here. So we're going to also have one of these side pieces that you set aside connect over here. We're going to need to go ahead and score here and here for those side pieces as well. All right, then take your brush, apply some of that slip on the bottom. We don't need it here yet, we just did that to make it a little easier before we assemble. Go ahead and squish your piece on there nice and tight. And with that excess clay that you set aside, we want to roll a coil so we can reinforce this seam. I'm just going to take a little chunk, squish it in my hand here, kind of squish it really, really thin, and then even it out using the palm of my hands, just rolling into a thin coil. I don't need that much, we only need a little bit. Go ahead and thin it out. Then you take a bit of that coil and squish it there into that seam. Can blend it out so it reinforces it. Alright, now that one that we marked with the S, we're going to put that S on the inside so that we don't actually see it, but this piece is going to end up butting up in here, so we know that we need to score this side and here, so anywhere that needs to make contact are the sections you're going to do your scoring. Go to the bottom, this side wall is going to connect against there, and then this wall is going to eventually connect to that other piece, so we're going to score there as well. Now this time we're connecting 2 sides, so we want to make sure we put enough slip both on that side connection and the bottom. Go ahead and squish that together. Take some more of that coil you had set aside, reinforce your seam. I'm going to spin this around so I can get that other side on, and then have that again, the S facing inwards. Scoring away here. Apply some more of that slip. Now it might get a little trickier as you start building up these walls to get your hand in there and get the coil in. If that should happen, you can always follow it up with your fettling knife. There we go. You want to work your way up these seams, doing the same there.